So we're back here, and we're about to watch a game that, honestly, at any tournament could be a finals match. Tampa Bay Damage, the world champions from 2011, whose crown got stolen by Houston Heat last year, is they're going to play Edmonton Impact, who's won tournaments in this league before. They're coming back to this league full-time now, rebooted their roster, insane roster. They're playing amazing, but Damage is also playing really well. So you want to talk about a straight Murderers Row roster? Both these teams have it. You have the People's Choice MVP in Jason Edwards playing on Tampa Bay Damage, surrounded by just straight all-stars pretty much through the entire roster. And then on the flip side, Edmonton Impact, they have two players that played on Damage last year, so no one knows them more intimately than Dave Baines and Justin Rabakoff, who spent some time on that squad, so they know exactly what's going on. Now, coaching change for Tampa Bay Damage, as Kevin Brethauer, who used to coach the LA Ironmen, he comes over, a little bit of controversy surrounding that, so he comes over to big team Tampa Bay Damage to take over the reins as the longtime coach Paul Richards, who helped them win championships. He goes over from Damage to San Antonio X Factor. It's kind of like a soap opera, not gonna lie.
Yeah, like you say this every year, Matty, you know, off season's been crazy, but this is honestly, man, this is one for the books.
Well, it makes it interesting. You know, there's a lot going on behind the scenes here, and so much effort and time goes into just getting these guys to this level. So much training and preparation and mental anguish over the years of taking your lumps to get to these moments. And these two teams have fought for years to perfect their game, to hone their rosters and their organization. And we're watching two of the best in the business, heavyweights in the paintball world, about to start throwing it down right now. This game brought to you by California Paintball Park, or I'm sorry, Camp Pendleton Paintball Park. And man, if you're in the Southern California area, you want a good place to play and train, there's no better place to go than Camp Pendleton. They have amazing facilities and really popular spot. And as a matter of fact, Edmonton Impact came all the way from Canada to San Diego just to play down there and get good games in with some great teams. And here we go on the split screen breakout. Tampa Bay Damage on the right-hand portion of your screen, and Edmonton Impact starting to lose bodies on this snake side.
Jeez, and Justin Cornell takes one in the pack. Lucky to get away with not getting a penalty right there. He walks off the field. And so one body early advantage, something we haven't seen yet out of anybody, is two people doubling up the first temple on the snake side.
Oh, and it doesn't work as Timmy Props gets shot out of there.
I was just going to say, Rainey Stanczak and Timmy Props sitting there. Can't live that long. I was just going to say that, too.
Here comes Keith Brown into the 50 Dorito and annihilates Justin Rabakoff as he came into the mini race bunker behind the snake.
Yeah, and Brian Smith also in the snake, but on your screen there, top-hand portion of your screen, and that 50-yard line Dorito. And look at this, I was going to say, there's no one from Impact close, so in the Battle of the Titans, Damage strikes first, and they're going to go up 1-0. So nice job by Edmonton Impact, and I'm sorry, by Tampa Bay Damage, and they didn't lose a body. Not one guy got shot.
Well, you know, and
oh no, Timmy Probst got shot.
Yeah, he did.
Timmy Probst.
But you know, they were doubled up in there, so I guess I give that.
Yeah, and I guess it didn't really work. You know, we had talked about how these teams, as the tournament progresses, they start to learn the field, come up with new plays, new ways to play these bunkers, different options out there. And for the first time, we have a team double up that, you know, one of those back bunkers just right out of the start gate. It didn't work as Timmy couldn't get small enough in there, and he's not a big guy.
Well, also, you know, Greg Stewart said it the best. This is going to give us a test, you know, kind of test us out a little bit.
Or Chad.
Chad, sorry. Yeah, they said that it's going to test them out a little bit and see how things go. I think these are two evenly matched teams. I like seeing Brian Smith down here in the snake, getting down here a little bit.
Yeah, and who's going to step up, man? You know, like Chad was out there. Chad's one of the best. And, man, just talk about burst speed bunker to bunker. But he's going up against Greg Sewers and Ryan Moorhead for Edmonton Impact. And that's really a lot of what the story of these games are, is that two men lining up, going against each other, and who's gonna win. And right now, at least for that first point, a little bit better, way better job by Tampa Bay Damage to get on the board.
Yeah, and Keith Brown looked pretty fast from bunker to bunker as he attacked that 50 Dorito. Justin Rabakoff had no idea as he came kind of creeping into that bunker behind the snake and just took one in the back and really opened up this side of the field for Brian Smith.
Well, and Keith Brown is predominantly, he's a snake player. He was their premier snake player on Tampa Bay Damage for a while. And the kid, I practiced against him a few times, his snapshot is amazing. He's fast, he's a good kid, really smart, and he's just, his bunker to bunker moves are just instantaneous.
Well, another great team player. He's a guy that he'll do whatever needs to get done out there.
Yep.
Yeah, so solid work by Tampa Bay Damage, but let's see if they can keep this up, because this is going to be a real big test for Edmonton Impact and Tampa Bay Damage, as both of them have had big changes in their rosters. And it looks like Brian Smith has definitely come to play some paintball. You're looking at him on your screen right there, number 65, longtime vet for Tampa Bay Damage. And when they came to predominance in this sport, a lot of it was because of his amazing play down this snake side of the field. So he had a slight, he had to take a break last year and wasn't able to play it. He was a firefighter, and so finally was able to get his career sorted out, and now he's back and playing well.
And right into the snake right away, Daniel Holiday in snake 2. Zach Yakimek made it to the snake corner down here,
but
along
Impact,
with Justin Rabakoff.
But Howard, Impact losing 1, and now quick Dave Baines taking the walk as well. So 2 players down right now for Edmonton Impact, 5 alive for Tampa Bay Damage.
Daniel Holiday trying to get a shot cross field right now on Edmonton Impact is one of the Yakimek brothers. That's Zane Yakimek, who's into the Doritos.
Yes. Tampa Bay Damage, a world-class team right here, showing their determination and also their discipline by not just running down the field. They're taking nice, crisp, controlled moves and protecting each other, Matty.
They got really smart players. I mean, Daniel Holiday, remember a time when Daniel Holiday made a really silly, unnecessary move?
I can't remember. I don't think it's happened in a couple years.
Very technical. Here he is right now in the snake 2.
Oh, and he catches one on the bounce shot.
Well, yeah, hey, he's up there, he's doing work. It wasn't a bad move, he just got shot out of there. So Holiday, he's going to take one, trying to push aggressive. Good kill by Edmonton Impact. The thing with Holiday is that, yeah, he gets shot like everyone else out of his bunkers, but when he launches, he doesn't really launch into bad timing moves because he has really good timing. And here we go now, Damage still trying to isolate players. They lose Keith Brown out of the 50-yard line Doritos, so they lose both their attackers on each side of the field. And now matched up in the snake over here, right-hand portion of your screen, you're looking at from Damage's perspective, that's Smith in the bottom right-hand portion of your screen, but he's mirrored up with Justin Rabakoff, and they're both shooting cross field right now, and Damage is just losing bodies. They're throwing away the advantage that they had.
That was Jacob Edwards getting shot across the field by Justin Rabakoff, and now Justin Rabakoff also shooting number 13, Jason Edwards, his brother. And Justin, that game was all Justin Rabakoff right there, plus on the other side of the field, I think that was one of the Yakimek brothers.
Yeah, it was Zane Yakimek over there.
Zane actually is the one that actually shot out the first snake player for Tampa Bay Damage on that bounce shot.
So that was a clutch performance in that point by Zane Yakimek and Justin Rabakoff, because they were on their heels a little bit as the aggressors were Tampa Bay Damage. You had Holiday in the snake, and he got all the way past the 50-yard line. They also had Keith Brown at the 50-yard line, Dorito. Both those players getting shot out of their bunkers in those crucial spots. And we got a commercial. We're going to be right back. Do not go.
A&S Gear rocks the largest inventory of any paintball retailer. From our massive selection of guns to our endless supply of goggles, ANSgear.com can supply your every paintball need. We have a large selection of paint in stock and the best loaders on the market. Our huge inventory of jerseys and pants ensures that we have sizes for all different types of players. Don't forget, we also carry the highest quality paintball tanks. With your choice of free shipping on orders over $100 to next day, Saturday, or international shipping options, you get the products you need sooner. Shop now at ANSgear.com.
Score 1-1, 16:26 to go. Taking the field for Edmonton Impact. Zach Yakimek, Justin Rabakoff, Greg Sewers, Justin Cornell, and Joshua Met. On the flip side, Tampa Bay Damage. Dan Holiday, Jacob Edwards, Jason Edwards, Timmy Probst, and Chad Boussier. And right now, as far as guys doing work for Damage, Timmy's got a kill, Jason as well, and Justin Rabakoff really stepping up for Edmonton Impact. And it looks like we got a timeout. And yeah, so the score is 1-1. and anyone's match at this point in this Battle of the Titans. And you're looking, and Justin Rabakoff doing a lot of work for Impact and really stepping up for this team so far. And you know, last year he did not have the year that everyone thought he was going to have. It looks like we got a replay.
And here is Justin Rabakoff as he comes down on the inside. Jason Edwards is dead. And Justin Rabakoff comes down the highway and bunkers out Brian Smith, the last remaining damage player. Here he comes really quick down, shoots him out.
Yeah, you know, and Justin Rabakoff, and like I said this last year, he played out of position in my personal opinion. I mean, and I'm only one person, but he didn't rise to what he played like he usually does. But now he seems to be fitting in pretty well in his position on this team.
Yeah, you know, well, consistency, you know, being able to play that spot full time, you know, kind of what the guys from Damage wanted as well. You know, they wanted more opportunities to play, and if you're playing well, to get put back in. And Justin Rabakoff's playing well, and he's playing point after point over here. You know, he played on both sides of the field last year for Damage, and you know, obviously we believe that he's a true Snake player because every time we see him get consistent reps on the Snake side of the field, you just get performance out of him. You know, and now playing with a great complementary player in Justin Cornell, you know, you can do so many different things with that combination because both players can play both spots, both players communicate, both players are fast, both players can shoot on the break. I mean, going to be a real good combination for Edmonton Impact this year.
And now the breakout you have right there, Tampa Bay Damage taking the breakout, coming to the side over here on the Snake. Losing nobody. Oh, Justin Rabakoff
getting shot, so it's going to be up to the rest of Edmonton Impact, and they also lose Justin Cornell out center, so just 3 players left alive. Zach Yakmek, Greg Sewers, and Joshua Met going to have to try to get it done. Tampa Bay Damage in the driver's seat right now.
The J&J Music Factory skipping the record. Taking the walk number 23, though, that's Daniel Holiday from Tampa Bay Damage taking the walk on this side of the field on the Snake side. So it's kind of light over here on this side of the field, Todd.
Yeah, Chad Bouger over in the Dorito 2 for Tampa Bay Damage. Now he shot Justin Cornell out of that middle bunker. Now he's attacking Dorito 3.
Yeah, but if you look at this, there's no one on the Snake side of the field for either team. I mean, basically, this is the line right here. No one passed that line for either team. So you can look by the body language, though, is that Holiday wants to get out, and you can tell he wants to make that next move over there. He's leaning out wide. He's trying to put his mirror in and get a shot in on this guy right here. So he's trying to be loading his pod, trying to get that move, and better field position for Tampa Bay Damage as they have Chad Boucher, and he is up in that 40-yard line Dorito, and he's gonna, I don't know if he's gonna try to dip around this way, but right now he's rolling his gun down that sideline, and he doesn't have a mirror, but he's in slightly better field position. Look how far Edmonton Impact, I think that's at Greg Sewers.
Yeah, I do believe it is Greg Sewers. He has his body language.
Yeah, so he's you know, looking for a move. Anytime you see somebody that far off the bunker, they're looking for a move. And so these guys are all locked in these gunfight battles right now, tense moments, even though as far as the body advantage is Tampa Bay Damage, they have 1 extra player on the field.
You know, right there, that's number 1, Timmy Probst. You know, he definitely he's looking to go, but right now Greg Sewers is one controlling him. You know, the number 10 also, that's Zach Yakmek, also controlling Timmy to try and keep him from coming out to the Snake side, knowing how detrimental it might be.
Yeah, well, Timmy Probst knows that you know, he can feel Greg Sewers over there. He was locking that lane off a second ago until he tried to bump into Dorito 3 and got shot in the arm from Jason Edwards.
Well, I don't think he knew Jason went up to that tower, Todd. And you can see now, here comes Jason coming down the middle of the field, going to their tower. I love that spot. I really do.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Jason Edwards up in there more as this tournament progresses. You know, and that's a great team win right there. You know, you saw everybody on Damage on that side of the field, Chad Boucher, Jason Edwards working together. You know, that's a good team paintball. That's exactly what Chad Boucher was talking about in that pregame interview with Lauren Kelly.
That was a technical point. You know, and you know, sometimes when you have a fast field layout like this, you're going to see some fast points, but as soon as a couple key bodies drop and you have really good teams like that, so they're going to settle into those points and really start to effectively work those angles, play it smart, and that's what we just saw right there, but Tampa Bay Damage just a little bit better.
And right there, you see SK Kevin Brethnauer. you know, coaching Rainey Stanzek over there and the Tampa Bay Damage crew, Maddie.
And we're going to be right back after these messages. Score 2-1 in favor of Tampa Bay Damage. So taking the field for Tampa Bay Damage for this next point, Keith Brown. Rainey Stanzik, who comes over from the Los Angeles Ironman, is going to get a spin out there, taking over for Jason Edwards, who's going to sit a point. Brian Smith back out, and Brian Smith going to probably be playing on the Snake side. He already has 4 confirmed kills in this particular point, so so does Justin Rabikoff. Those are the 2 top killers right now. It looks like we have Lauren, our sideline reporter, Lauren Kelly. Lauren,
I'm here in the Impact pit with Tim Montresor. Tim, this is a back-and-forth battle so far between 2 very strong teams. What's your strategy going into this point to tie it up again?
We got to start shooting some people on the go. We haven't really shot anybody. That's something we've been doing good the whole tournament. So we just got to grind them out, too. We got to get to our spots. It's going to be a long, drawn-out battle. So have a little more paint, be a little more patient.
This is probably one of your toughest matches against a team. What are they doing that's preventing you from getting down the field as quickly as you did in previous matches?
They're doing a good job of making it to their spots alive, and then when they get there, they're zoning up. So it's sitting cross. Like in this situation, you have the tower and the Dorito, and they're protecting each other. So that's something we haven't really encountered yet so far.
All right, well, thank you very much. Back to you, Maddie.
Thanks, Lauren. So, yeah, here we go in the heat of this point battle as Justin Cornell getting into the Snake clean, number 1. He's taking over for Justin Rabikoff over there, and that's the power of the duo over there, the 2 Justins on Impact's side, is that they have the ability to put that many guys, or I'm sorry, to have that staggered attack.
Well, you know, and Justin Rabikoff's actually right behind him in that Snake corner, but I want to see this heads-up battle, Justin Cornell and Brian Smith. As you see on your screen, I want to see who wins this battle right here, Maddie.
Yeah, and Brian Smith shooting cross field on your screen, but you can see peeking out is Justin Cornell trying to get that communication in cross field. Communication's tough on this field because there isn't that back center, but that's what I always just tell guys, well, then yell louder.
Exactly, scream.
Yeah.
Listen more, yell louder. It's not that far.
Oh,
if I can hear Dave Baines from the announcer tower, then you should be able to hear him in the Snake.
And there goes number 7, Chad Richier. You just saw him take a walk on this on the Tampa Bay
major penalty on Justin Cornell, which is going to take Justin Rabikoff off, which leaves 3 players left alive for Edmonton Impact.
And that's going to open the door for Brian Smith as well as he comes into Snake 4 on Impact side of the field. Keith Brown, I think, shoots out the 50 Dorito and only 1 body left.
Oh, no.
He's going to come off.
Penalty on.
And now here comes another penalty. Now, who is the second one on? I think
it was on Justin Rabikoff. Looked like he for not hustling off the field.
So it now looks like there's going to be a major and a minor possibly.
I think it was for talking, but we'll find out here real quick. Justin Cornell turned the corner, and Brian Smith popped up and shot him right away. The referee told Justin Cornell to get out, and Justin still laid there. And when the referee had to tell him the second time, that's when he pulled out his red flag. So Justin Cornell gonna.
He's like, yeah, okay, here we go, red flag.
Hey, get out. What? Hey, take this red flag with you. So Impact looked like they were in control of that game as they were up 5-on-3, and as soon as they started to attack, Brian Smith shoots Justin Cornell. Justin Cornell gets a major, and then all the dominoes started falling for Tampa Bay Damage. As bodies started walking off, Brian Smith comes out stake, starts shooting people, and Impact also now going to have to start with 2 guys in the box because there was nobody left to pull when Justin Cornell got that, or Justin Rabikoff got that minor penalty. So 143 on the penalty for Justin Cornell, and going to be a full minute for Justin Rabikoff.
Yeah, so that's just the last thing you want to see if you're Bart Yakmak, the owner of the team. It's like, come on, guys, this is our test. The last thing we need is you guys to start pushing that envelope enough for those flags to start flying again. And Impact, not a really, they're not a team that sees a ton of penalties. So, but haunting them right now, though, Justin Rabikoff, even though he did get a penalty, I'll take Justin Rabikoff's minor penalty right now, but the 5 confirmed kills that he has so far.
Yeah. Well, what that penalty was, Justin Cornell actually got that major, as you spoke about, and then Justin Rabikoff got an additional unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which puts him in the box too with somebody else. So there's now 2 penalties on the board, 143 on the major and 1 minute left on that minor. So they will start with 3 players, Matty. Yeah,
what Impact wants to do right now is just try and burn as much of that major as they can. You know, good chance they're going to lose this point playing 5-on-3, but if they lose this point, the minor will come off, and at least they'll be able to play with 4. And they just want to try and get as much time off of that major as possible so that when they start the next point with 4, they at least have a fighting chance to get that guy out of the box.
Well, hopefully, I mean, if they win this point, which they need to hopefully win this point, then they're going to still start with 3, but if they win it within a minute.
And here we go on the breakout split screen on the right-hand portion of the screen, Tampa Bay Damage and Edmonton Impact on your left. And here, big move because they have they're up so many bodies. Up to that center, getting a kill off the break is Damage, and Damage is looking real strong right now. Score 3-1. That was Battle of the Titans here.
That was Zach Yakimick taking the walk, and also now number 81, Josh Amet, taking the walk as well. And another major penalty.
Greg Sewers gets shot in the wrist and keeps shooting for no apparent reason because
and we could see that from all the way over here.
Yeah, there was no reason for that. You get shot, get off, run some time off that penalty. You know, it happens.
1-on-5 at that point.
Yeah, you're already playing down bodies. No need getting another minor or major penalty.
You know, and you talk about that all the time, Matty. You know, it's very unfortunate because Greg's one of my good friends, but you know, when you're in it, you're going to lose that point. There is no question. There is 5 guys running down you from Tampa Bay Damage. You're going to lose the point. There's really no reason to do something like that in that situation.
Well, you know, Greg gets penalties every now. Everybody gets penalties every now and then, but some guys more than others.
Not me.
But
what was that a joke?
That's the funniest thing you said all weekend. But
anyway, sorry, you were saying.
But the thing is that you know there's nobody that doesn't like Greg Sewers. I mean, Greg Sewers is one of the more well-liked guys, even though he's bounced around from team to team to team. But still, let's check this out. This replay right here
in super slow motion. You can definitely see Greg Sewers.
Look at Greg Sewers. He's coming out here. Boom! Takes that gigantic beacon of a hit on his arm, and then. If we could just play it out. Yeah, so like let's look at this gigantic hit right here. Big hit. Giant X marks the spot right there on his arm. So let's play it out here. And then I got a gigantic fat hit. I'm still balling though.
Yeah, that's definitely amazing.
Yeah, so unfortunately, this is what Impact is thinking right now.
Oh, he threw that with some authority.
Major penalty.
He almost threw his back out throwing that flag.
And Sewers is selling it like, what are you talking about? What hit?
Yeah, that's my kind of move too, actually. What I do?
Hey, man, sell it, work it. Try it. Try the Jedi mind trick.
God, so now
doesn't work most of the time.
2 major penalties. The minor did come off because they lost the point, but now they have a major 1 minute and 16 seconds left on the first major, and a solid 2 minutes left on Greg's major. So 3-on-5 again on a 4-1 deficit over Tampa Bay Damage.
Oh, and Jason Edwards gets shot doing the dance in the middle of the field, along with Chad Bougier running up to that tall temple on the Dorito side.
Now it's evened up, 3-on-3 though. What do you do here, Matty? You sit back and let these grind off, or do you try to get down the field because it's a 4-1 game?
You've got to get those. You got to get penalties off the board. You know what I'm saying? So that is the biggest thing they need right now. And they need, because you can't start to let Damage get in that. Okay, we're up a bunch of bodies. We're just going to start ramming it down your throat. And so that's the thing is that. The biggest thing is that they've got to focus on just grinding that clock down right now.
Yeah, like you said, man, get that penalty to the box. There's 35 seconds left on the first penalty, you know. But right now, Damage is getting in position to blow him to pieces coming out of the box. There's really nowhere for him to go, especially with Justin Rabikoff and Tim Montresor in the 2 closest bunkers for him to go to.
And Ramzi El Youssef gets shot. If I was Kevin Brettauer, I would blow the horn right now and start the next game 5-on-3 because, I mean, they're already down 3-on-2. If they lose this point, then you lost the point anyway.
That's a great
call. If they win, then, I mean, You got the point, but it's going to be tough to fight now because they're going to have another bodies coming out of the box, and there's Kevin Brethauer blowing the horn so that they can start 5-on-3 again.
Actually, why he blew the horn? Number 31 over there, Jacob Edwards, got shot out of the Dorito.
And look how pumped. Look at that's why you have Tim Montressor on the team right there, man. He's such an emotional, motivational leader. Such an intelligent guy. That's another one of those guys that anytime someone's like, you know, first of all, I've never heard this, but if somebody came up to me and was like, I don't really like Tim Montressor very much, I'd be like, well, then there's something wrong with you. You got a problem, you know? Like, so nice job by Impact, able to tough it out there and score that point. So let's listen into the pits here.
Hey, you gotta go to Canada. I need 7. What? You have to go to Canada. I lied. No, you know what? No. Hey, does anyone have a gun for me?
Yeah, so.
Are you gonna dive up?
Yeah, guys talking about that last point, just very specific information being relayed, and those are those little things that you need to know when you're about to go battle for the next point. What worked, what didn't, what angle worked, especially if somebody's coming into your spot. They need to know what you saw.
Yeah, without question. And, you know, that was a clutch point right there for Edmonton Impact to even it back up 3-on-3 and then also get another shot. And now they only have 2 seconds left on the first major penalty. So they're going to be about 4 strong really quick into this game. Still down by 1 body unless they get a G on the break. 46 seconds left on that second major penalty with 10-11 left in this game.
It's Rainey Stanzik getting a spin for Tampa Bay Damage again. And as well as Timmy Probst, Brian Smith, Chad Boucher, and Keith Brown. And it's been Brian Smith. Whew. Look at that. Look at the confirmed kills for Brian Smith. 8 confirmed kills, Chris.
You know what? And you know, we talked about this. What Brian Smith is going to show up to this tournament? Obviously, the good one. You know, he's always been, and I've always been a big Brian Smith fan. I mean, he's always been a good player. He's a great guy. So I like seeing this results out of him right now. 4-on-3. Coming out right now, coming out of the box. He actually gets out, so it is 4-on-3. They don't get a G on the break, so now it's 5-on-4 situation in favor of Tampa Bay Damage. But I see him reaching in, and I never like, oh, they even it up now, 4-on-4. Brian Smith, which we just talked about, taking the walk for Tampa Bay Damage, but also losing Justin Rabikoff on the Impact side of the field, Matt.
Yeah, you know, well, it's tough to do at every point. When you're playing these 2 teams of this caliber, it's, you know, championship fight here, so you're going to take some on the chin no matter what. It's what you do after that, and that's going to be seesaw battle, man. We still have 9 minutes and 30 seconds left here, and Edmonton Impact not wanting to go without a fight.
Well, look at, you know, Edmonton Impact losing another player, but now getting out of the box, and he gets shot quickly. That's Greg. Oh, and another major penalty that's on Rainey Stanzik on the Tampa Bay Damage side of the field. So this is just a crazy game right now.
Chad Boucher doing damage control, trying to get all the way out on the Snake side to try to even up or spread the field out. That was actually a really good move on his part, and it's strange to see him over here.
Yeah, so what Damage needs to do now, that it's just Tim Montressor left. So Damage not going to do anything because they got the horn blown.
Yeah, Impact.
What Damage wanted to do was try and burn off some of that time while Tim Montressor was there by himself. But the coaching staff for Impact realized that, blew the horn and conceded the point to Damage so that they can play 5-on-4 now for 1 minute and 43 seconds.
Yeah, Impact had to concede that point right there. So now 5-2 in Tampa Bay Damage is going to work over here. I mean, this is a good game, though. I mean, this is a finals game, like you said. So, you know what? Let's just take a few seconds right now, go to commercial break, come back and talk about it in 2 seconds.
We are midway through this intense battle between Edmonton Impact and Tampa Bay Damage, but Tampa Bay Damage has been getting the best of Edmonton Impact thus far. The score is 5-2. However, major penalty on Rainey Stanzik, who is going to have to serve another 1 minute and 43 seconds in the penalty box.
Yeah, and Tampa Bay Damage, you know, they're another team that's really good at playing 4-on-5. You know, good, solid communication. They're good at locking fields off, locking off zones, and as well as shooting on the break. So, you know, if you're Impact, you want to try and get all your bodies alive and, you know, try and take advantage of this minute and 43 seconds that they're going to be playing up bodies.
Yeah.
Hey, and nice job by Tampa Bay Damage, who is able to basically come out and let Edmonton Impact know, hey, guess what? At this point, right this second, we're still better than you. I know you guys picked up all these stars, just got 2 of our players, but we're going to win this game. At least so far. Still 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, though.
Well, you know, and look at this right now. Justin Rabikoff coming down the snake side of the field. Also, heavy penetration up the middle. One guy left on Tampa Bay Damage, and he's going to be taking the walk here real soon. That's going to take it 5-3, a 2-point game, but they still have a minute left on that major penalty. So look at Justin Rabikoff running the flag in for Impact, and, you know, that's a quick point right there, Maddie. If they could do that 2 more times, it could be an even up game again at 5.
Yeah, this is the reason why you wanted to blow the horn when Impact still had 2 majors on the board instead of letting them all come off. Now, you know, sitting over here with a major penalty, I mean, Impact or Damage, the way that they were playing and winning those points so fast, 5-on-3, the way that they're capable of doing it. I mean, you really want to just try and use those to your advantage as much as you can. I mean, they had 4 points. They got 1 last game because Impact blew the horn. But, I mean, now you're looking at a 5-3 game, and Impact is a team that, you know, just like Damage, you give up 1 gun on the break, and they are all over you. You know, when they see 1 body die in front of them, those guys have been just hungry and going. But, you know, to start off with that, they know it.
Which is also interesting because when you look at the bracket that we saw yesterday played a lot slower version of paintball than what we're seeing right now from this bracket. I think Tampa Bay Damage and Edmonton Impact are playing a little bit faster than, say, Ironman and Dynasty. Though Dynasty and Ironman were really starting to find their form there as the games progressed, and they are looking good. Let's check out this replay here. You're looking at Justin Cornell there for Edmonton Impact, and that's Justin Rabikoff in front of him there, finishing off the last Tampa Bay Damage player who's just scrambling for anything he possibly could get.
That was Jason Edwards, number 13. And I'm telling you, I'm a fan of this J&J Music Factory thing here. I mean, I think that they're going to come, you know, you can see they're trading off one in front of the other.
Well, yeah, the 2 Justins on this snake side of the field complement each other very well. Justin Rabikoff and Justin Cornell. And, you know, if you go to paintballaccess.com, check out the interview that we did with Justin Rabikoff, and he had said that. He said, you know, I'm really excited to play with Justin Cornell because I really think that we're going to have good chemistry, and we're already seeing that here in the first event. It didn't even take him any time to develop that.
And on the breakout, Brian Smith and Timmy Probst to the snake side for Damage. Justin Cornell, Justin Rabikoff for Edmonton Impact. Greg Sewers looked like he made it out to that corner. He's going to unscrew his barrel as he jumps into Dorito 2. He's got help right next to him.
You know, and Tampa Bay Damage right there, looking at this Tampa Bay Damage. They're on their knees, like Maddie says. They really don't look like they want to go anywhere. Just Brian Smith on your screen right there. I'm sure he wants to go somewhere, but I think they're just going to take a slow play right here. Maddie, what do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Tampa Bay Damage, there's still some time left, so they're up, you know, 2 points away from victory, but Edmonton Impact's only 2 points away from tying it up, and they have enough time to do that. So Impact, they need to push a little aggressive, but Tampa Bay Damage basically need to cut down any mistakes. No mistakes is what they need right now. And they still have Rainey Stanzik, who's about to get out of that box, and they lose Timmy Probst.
Yeah, so looks like Timmy Probst traded out with Justin Rabikoff across the field.
Yeah, and that's kind of a good trade-off. I mean, they're both excellent players, but now look at Justin Cornell. Justin Cornell filling that spot, filling that gap for Justin Rabikoff.
Oh, and Rainey's able to make it out alive, so that's not good. You know, Edmonton Impact still 4 bodies alive because Justin Cornell was still alive, but he's dead now. But they let Rainey come out of the box for Damage. Looking at him in the bottom right, left-hand portion of your screen right there. Now he's shooting, trying to contain that Dorito side of the field.
Yeah, both Joshua Met and Zane Yakimek are just shredding paint. Greg Sewers had to take his barrel off a second ago, too. Those are the 3 bodies that are left alive for Edmonton Impact. And Zane Yakimek bumps over here now to the snake side to try and get just a body over here.
You know, you can see Brian Smith communicating with his sideline coach, trying to figure out what's going on. Rainey Stanzik right behind him, trying to contain him, keep him out of the snake over here. Zane actually trying to get out in the snake side to kind of help his play out a little bit.
Jason Edwards in that can.
Zane.
Oh, Zane drops the ball over here for Impact. they still have attackers at that center and then also on the Dorito side, and they're pushing aggressive, but they are getting eaten up by the back line by Brian Smith, Rainey Stanzik, and Jason Edwards. Man, Jason Edwards and Rainey Stanzik coming out of the box, and then of course Brian Smith, our kill leader right now for Tampa Bay Damage. 9 confirmed kills for Brian Smith in this match, and he is just really helping smash Impact right now. And man, awesome job. And also Timothy Stanzik, Rainey coming out of the box, getting a couple kills. And we're gonna be back after this. So here we go, Tampa Bay Damage in this race to 7, 1 point away from victory. 6:11 on the clock, and Edmonton Impact, they struggling here a little bit. This game was closer, you know, in the beginning, some penalties, but Tampa Bay Damage is just playing better paintball right now, more efficient, making better spots individually too. You got Brian Smith stepping up, getting kills, and then now you're starting to get everyone contributing as well. I mean, if you have Jason Edwards, our People's Choice MVP from last year, and also getting a ton of nods from the coaches as well, you know, it's one of those situations where Damage is going to be really hard to beat at this tournament if they get everybody contributing.
Yeah. One guy you can always count on contributions from is Pops from Damage, one of the best pit crew runners in the world over there. He helped us out last year at World Cup. And man, that guy, talk about, you know, how calm everything is in the pit. He's one of those guys that helps keep everything calm because he just has everything handled all the time. So I always see him running out there in between points, getting everything. 2 seconds left before the breakout.
Crucial point right here now by Edmonton Impact. They need to get this point. Oh, Dave Baines having a rough time of it today. He hasn't got many spins out here today, Matt. He just took a bow, just got shot on the break again.
Yeah, you know, Dave Baines doesn't look like he has any confirmed kills thus far, and struggling there as he takes one off the break pretty much. And Justin Rabikoff, he is definitely contributing here in this event. He's got 9 kills, and Ryan Moorhead, 5. Zane Yakmek, he's also stepping up, but they're going to need to go to the well here. And the 2 players for Edmonton Impact, you're looking at Justin Rabikoff on your screen. He's going to need to feast out of the snake because they've got to win this point, man. They're 1 point away from taking a loss here, and that's the last thing they want to slow their momentum here at this event.
Well, you said it right. You know, Justin Rabikoff comes in there, shoots Jason Edwards right away out of that can. Now look at this move down the Dorito side. That's number 7,
Chad
Bourgier doing some work. You know, we talk about him a lot. I want to see a little more production out of him too. I still only see 1 confirmed kill this match. He usually has a lot more.
Yeah, Justin Rabikoff now backs up all the way to the back of Snake 1. Brian Smith takes that opportunity to come all the way into his mirror and start putting some paint on Ryan Moorhead, who snuck into the 50 Dorito.
But I don't think they saw him. I don't think they saw Brian Smith. Oh, Timmy Probst taking a ball from Ryan Moorhead. Ryan Moorhead, I didn't think to see. Look at this. Oh, yeah, Justin Rabikoff.
Oh, Justin gets a little too sloppy there in the center, trying to push the aggressive envelope and gets eaten up.
Oh, and Chad Bourgier makes the move to get out Ryan Moorhead, leaving 2 players left, Zach Yakmek and Zane Yakmek against Brian Smith. And Brian Smith shoots Zach Yakmek out of the corner. Zane Yakmek, I'm sorry, out of the corner. So it's now just a 1-on-1. Damage with 4 minutes left has a 3-point advantage. If they win this point, the game is over.
But Brian Smith out of paint right now. That's never a good feeling. But, you know, honestly, you can just sit there. What do you think, Matty? I mean, he doesn't do anything. Come get me.
And yeah, exactly.
Just trade out.
Yeah, that's when you just have to take one for the team. You know, it's like, okay, it may take a couple seconds for the guy to run you down, and you obviously want to try to shoot him too. But the last thing you want to do is just get shot out of your bunker. Yeah, Zach
Yakmek has half of a barrel on his gun right now. If you take a look, you can hear it from all the way up here.
Sounds like a hand cannon.
Yeah. And here comes Zach trying to make a move on the inside. Ooh. Brian Smith waiting for him.
Tense moments right here on the Snake side. Brian Smith and Zach Yakmek. Time ticking off that clock. 3:33 left to go here.
Somewhere, Zach Yakmek lost half of his barrel, it seemed like.
You know, and I mean, Brian Smith looks just chilling out. He knows what he has to do. They're up by 3 points. There's 3 minutes left in this game.
and every single referee on the field all zoned in here to try to get this call in this tense moment. What a great snap shooting one-on-one battle right here. And Brian Smith, lost him for a second. Brian Smith lost him for a second.
Like we talked about, trade out. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Brian Smith doing his job. Oh, wait.
No, Brian Smith was a shot. Yeah, I got him. That's going to do it.
I thought they traded out for some reason.
So Brian Smith getting another kill to end with 12.
Unbelievable.
12 confirmed kills. So, you know, heading into this season, a bunch of players had a big question mark hanging over their head. How well are they going to play? And one of the big stories for Tampa Bay Damage was the return of Brian Agent Smith. And when that kid clocks in over here, man, it is just astounding what he can bring to this team. And the answer is a resounding yes. Brian Smith can still play at a super high level. Let's check out this replay. Smith maintains his composure. He realizes that his team is 1 point away from victory, and all he needs to do is just hold out from Zach Yakmek's push. And Zach knows, and he's nothing he can do. He has to come aggressively. Smith checking himself out real quick, make sure he's clean, and finishing the game and the point.
You know what we always talk about with Brian Smith is just how cool he is all the time.
That's why he got that. Yeah, that's why he got that the Agent Smith nickname.
Yeah, you can just tell. You know, just down there, totally calm, cool, collected. Let the game come to him. Made the shot, won the game for Tampa Bay Damage. Put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, so awesome job by Brian Smith getting 12 confirmed kills in that game alone, which is more kills than some players get, more confirmed kills for a tournament. So his G rating is going to be off the charts. Solid work by Smith and the rest of the Damage crew. Masterful performance as they take down Edmonton Impact with a score of 7-3. Now, coming up next, as the morning's bracket starts to play out here, we have Omaha Vicious, and they are going to be taking on Chicago Aftershock. Boys, what do you think about this matchup?
Well, I personally think, I think it's a little evenly matched up. I definitely think Vicious is the better team out of the two. I mean, but I think Aftershock right now, they have nothing to lose. Both teams have nothing to lose. They're both 0-3 right now. They have nothing to lose. I can see a lot of aggressive play, and these teams hate each other. It's like a rivalry, but not a rivalry. But I'm looking forward to seeing like a little bloodbath, Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think both these teams are going to, I mean, both of them have nothing to lose now. They're both 0-3. Well, actually, they do have something to lose.
Yeah, they have something to lose because we have to find out who's going to be champions and challengers division. So, yeah, it's going to be an entertaining game regardless. And we have Lauren with one of the Yakmek brothers down on the sidelines. Let's listen in.
Hey, we're down here on the sidelines at Cousins Paintball with Zachary Yakimek from Impact. That was a really tough last point. What was going through your head when it was one-on-one?
I was really concerned about the time. We were down 3 points, so I knew I had to go. I also stuck my barrel in the dirt in the corner, and I couldn't get it out, so I had to take my barrel in half to shoot it like that. And then I had to go, and I really was just taking a risk. He was playing safe. He was playing it right, so that's all you can do. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you don't.
I heard J-Rab yelling that you guys are having trouble closing those close points, especially this game. You know, you could have had him. What are you going to do to try to fix that for the rest of the weekend?
You know, it was a weird game because we were really unsettled with all the penalties. Moving forward from here, though, we really just got to slow it down and talk to each other more. The communication's a big thing, which we weren't doing. I think the Aftershock game was kind of it went by so fast we didn't even have a chance to communicate. So coming to this game, we were kind of at a disadvantage, but moving forward, we really got to communicate a lot better.
All right, well, that's all down here, but we'll keep bringing you interviews from the sideline.